Good morning. I think it's Sunday. How funny. I should have looked first. Yes, Sunday, May 23rd. Wrong set. There we go. Not a sticker, but I have a safety pin up there to hopefully remind myself to look at the right place. Anyway, I cry a lot. I have facial leakage. It happens. It happens for good things. It happens for bad things. It happens for sad things and horrible things. And it happens because life happens. And it actually makes me sad. The life sucks so bad that I feel this way. I am sad that I'm not happy enough for other people. I'm sad that I'm not one of those people that's happy. I've already pulled tissue down twice today because I just keep a roll of a paper towel above my head now. Because it's just easier and more absorbent than toilet tissue. Toilet paper? How weird is that? Why did I say that? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. The options that I've seen in my lifetime of the type of person that I could be now from the things I've gone through in life and other people with comparable I could be like a bitch. In fact, I have been. Like, to the point that, I guess, a nickname for me I didn't know about till years later. Ice Queen. Because I had resting bitch face down all the time because I would have to put on a face, not just makeup. And there was a time where I never left my home without everything had to be done because I really don't want to use this word anymore because even it's a mask. You put it on, you go outside, you do what you have to do, and then you come home. I'd come home and just fall apart. So I've been that person and taken out all the internalized stuff on other people. One of the reasons that I I didn't take it. She gave it to me. Anyway, I got my last label, right? My crazy paper label. And I took it because it meant I could be on disability. And it meant that I could actually take the time to try to figure out some of the things in my head so I would stop messing up the people around me. Because I have children that are now grown and having children of their own. And I gotta tell you, if you don't take a minute to sit back and actually look at the generational trauma that happens, it will continue. So I'm sorry if I offend you with my facial leakage. Oh, I'm mad, and now it wants to happen again. Mad and hurt, actually. It's different feelings. I really have taken the time to... so much time. And during this time that I took to find myself, years of living alone, like literally alone. Maybe leave my house twice to go across the street. There used to be a grocery store, which was nice. I'd either go first thing in the morning or late at night, and I'd always wait till I had noticed my neighbors, my immediate neighbors, had been partying the night before, which is at least every 2 days, which is good because then it gives me a timeline when I could leave, because they're hungover and not even opening curtains, which is just fine for me. And this was before I met them. After I met them, oh no, let's back up a step. This whole time I've been on the internet. Like, eventually I got rid of cable because, wow, what a waste of money. Eventually I got rid of a house phone because, again, what a waste of money. I went 30 days and had one phone call. One. From a collector. Anyway, so no cable, no house phone. All I had was internet. And I only used Facebook and Google because I like learning things. Oh. Just a second. I just lost track of where I was going. My brain is spinning out a little. Not spinning out. It's doing a revolution or two, maybe faster than it should be. Sorry. Do you know what? Not all that sorry either. It's anyway, okay, right. I backed up. The first 2 years I lived here, I never spoke to a neighbor. I did not go. I didn't even do my gardening out front during the day. I was traumatized from my marriage and the reaction I got from the small society that I was in. You know, the people that surrounded me and so on. And so I spent a couple of years alone. I finally came out of my shell, my home. Because one of the neighbors had a kid visiting. And I'd watched that kid. Not like watch that kid, but seen the kid out the window for a few hours in this trailer park with nothing to do. My eldest, at that point, was living at home. And she used to have a giant collection of things that she would take when she would go babysitting and that kind of thing. So I went through her room and I collected a whole bunch of papers, like coloring book. She had a stand full of different... Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's so cool, though. No more. Anyway, so I put together like a little bag of coloring things for this child. But of course, I had to go speak to the parental type first. So that was my first introduction to two of my neighbors. They were two different neighbors. And one of the reasons I did that was because, back to the Facebook thing, was because I kept hearing, you know, you got to push your boundaries. And it is healthy to push your boundaries. But you have to know what healthy is first. I still didn't. I did and I didn't. Anyway, I pushed my personal boundaries, tried to make friends. And I'd get burnt a little, hurt. And I'd run away across, the roadway. And I'd just stay in my house, stay in my yard for weeks or months. And then I'd come back out, and I tried off and on for years with just the people here, because it's as far out as I could go. Which, you're thinking, whatever you're thinking, grow a backbone, grow, like, what, all the things, I've heard it all from people I know and people I don't know. Oh, just ignore them. Yeah, that's really easy if you're not me. Except for words are weapons. Words have meaning. Actions are even worse. I finally opened up my heart to somebody. Actually, to a couple. It was a couple. And the girlfriend wasn't all that interested in me, and that's fine. We've all got our personal preferences. And she just kept pushing me to be with the boyfriend. As you can guess, that didn't end well. Took a couple of years. It did not end well. And after so long of being closed, and then, oh, okay. In a decade, I hadn't felt like being unalive for something new. There's always the original shite. Until that, when I realized that, again, I was just nothing. But instead of actually unaliving myself, what I did was get into a toxic relationship, knowing it was toxic. I didn't know how bad it was going to get. But it was bad. I'll have permanent physical damage. Can't lift both my arms the same. I've had x-rays. Nothing broken. Just won't ever work right. Anyway. Not happening. Not happening. Oh, it's happening. And instead of that asshat just doing his job and unaliving me, getting her done and over with, him and his flying monkeys, A lot of them turned out to be my neighbors. Just continue to torture me. You think I might be dramatic. Maybe I am. But it's been over 2 years. They still... I have garbage thrown against my back fence. I have lit cigarette butts flicked at the front of my house. Those are just some. The other things, I can explain them, but it seems like there's always an excuse, right? Or an explanation. But the main perpetrators, no. That's just it. They do know. And people say just move. Well, you can do this, you can do that. Where would I go? Get some apartment? Because I'm not Indigenous. I can't do the housing for them. And if I did, I would feel guilty because I'm pretty darn pale. There's other people that need it more. Because I already have a home. I own my home. I have a yard. I have... But you're right. I should move. People shouldn't stop being asshats. No. There should be no accountability. Of course not. Why should anybody say stop? Why can't everybody just be friends? Oh, friends. True friends are few and far between. And when you're as messed up as I am, I find it really difficult to relate to people, and people seem to have a hard time relating to me. I know I'm a mess. Not a hot mess, too freaking old for that now, right? Just a mess. So much blank space here, eh? I want to rant and rave. I want to tell my whole story. I wanna. I want the world to be different for real. Not just to do a drug and feel like the world is different. And I mean any of the drugs. You know, whether it comes in a pill bottle or it comes in a line. Oh, my hands just started sweating. Okay. I'm sitting here and I realized I did it up by my face where you could see it. So my hand just clenched tighter. It hurts. And my toes are going like freaking mad. I really... Oh, man. Medication. The want of a line is the reason that my doctor wouldn't medicate me, for the reason of I do have ADHD. I have been diagnosed. I am on medicated. Because, hi, my name is Kate and I'm an addict. Nope. I know that there's non-stimulant medication for that now. But honestly, I'm waiting and watching other people's reactions to it. Because that isn't the only thing that I really could use some medication for. So, really glad for, that platform nobody on this platform wants to hear about. But it's like having updates every day on the things that I want to know about. And that's one of them. Because it'd be nice not to... My toes are cramped. And my hand hurts from squishing my chapstick. God. I don't know what to do. I say that a lot here. Less is more, hey? Less what? That's what I wanted to ask. I know, random. Wink. But less what? Less is more what? Yeah, things my brain doesn't want to talk about. And it flings it off to the side, thinking about anything. Including there's a hair stuck in the safety pin to show me my little reminder instead of a sticker. There's a hair stuck in the top of it. I keep looking at it. And now I'm talking about it, so I don't have to talk about the other thing. I want to apologize for being sad. But I don't want to freaking apologize for being sad. Why should I? Why do I have to feel like I have to? I didn't make me this way. Nature, nurture. And all I have is the fallout from that. $50 of fallout. And for the majority of that, I didn't know that it was fallout. Everybody around me, family, doctors, whatever, told me that it was genetic. That these things were just part of who I am. Turns out it's not. some of it, yes. Do you know that they do? They've been doing studies. Oh God, what's the name of it? They do this thing with mice. They pretty much torture them and make a smell. A smell is associated with terror. And they do that, and they do that, and they do that, and they do that. And then they breed that mouse, separate them after they've been bred so that they have no interaction with the babies. Those babies and their babies react to that smell. Right? They're mammals, we're mammals. The reason they use mice and rats is because they're so much like us. Just get over it. If I could, I would. I am trying so hard. Okay, I need to take a break. I'm gonna go make a coffee. So I'm getting better at this pause thing, even when I'm out of the TT. So I'm gonna go make my second coffee and I'll be back. I need to have a shower. I swear that's not as gross as it looks. It's coconut oil because my hair is changing and it's all breaking. Anyway, right, brain, bring. Gonna make coffee. I'll be right back. We'll talk more about mice, maybe or maybe not. We'll see. Okay, be right back. You know that other platform nobody wants to talk about on here? They love it when people make coffee. What's with that? Do you guys like that too? I know this side is, a lot of food. Everybody loves the food. But coffee, like 1 scoop, 2 scoops, 3 scoops, 4 scoops. Shush! 1 tablespoon. Unless you're that funny girl. 1 TBSP. 4 of these. She's so funny. And everybody needs something to grab a hold of, so, she's totally been made fun of for it, but she was just making a joke, which is cute. I wish I could be I am a joke, but that isn't what I was trying to say. Wow. I wish I could make jokes that were jokes, Anyway, thought I'd show you coffee, because yay, coffee. And over here is sweet potato. Look at that. This is all sweet potato in here. Come have a closer look. What do you guys see? Isn't that beautiful? That's the same sweet potato. And still the same sweet potato top. How messed is that? Has not moved at all. Its roots got a little longer. So next I'm going to put it in some soil and see if that's actually what a slip is before I go breaking off that long one. Because that long one looks like it's ready to do something, right? I don't know. I should Google that. Oh. Anyway. Need to think about the mice for a minute. So, gonna pause you again. Because, I don't know. I have no idea. I guess I could show you grass. Look at that. Wheatgrass. Other people make it for, their juicing. Nah. Mine's for the cats and the rats. Yeah. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Was this a waste of time? Should I just do one long video and just, okay, this is it. I was born, and someday I'll die. Ha! Love y'all in between. I don't know. This is supposed to help me chronicle getting to this point. To explain some of why I am this way. I'm a good person. But I feel guilty saying I'm a good person because other people say that if you have to say it, then you probably aren't it. Actions speak louder than words. Nobody gives two flying fig trees about my actions. Nobody even said thank you when I put out the fire next door. Not one person. Not one person. That's just one example. It's a big one. Because, it's fire. Oh. I wish I could be happy too. Or maybe I wish I was more creative so I could make more people happy even if I wasn't. Right? It's really what people are looking for, a distraction from their own misery. Distraction from life. Life sucks. Great big not in a fun way. Okay, as you probably heard, my kettle has boiled. So, I'm going to do this. I'll be back. I haven't posted yet about this, but I did put up my tent. There's a bug on my camera. Okay, I did put up the tent. I did it in the dark. Right? What a trip is that? It really was kind of a trip. Try to do it in the dark. And I've never put together a tent before, which also sounds like a weird thing to say when you're 50. But, yeah, it is what it is. Oh, right, I lowered this. I'm like, what is wrong with this? Okay, there we go. What is wrong with this? Me. Okay. Guess I could have, moved the vodka. Yeah, whatever. All the lovely cleaning supplies. Vodka's really not one of them, but in an emergency. Anyway. I was going to look this up. I'll turn off Steve for a minute. Steve Stockton. If you're listening, I do try to bring you up when I've been listening to you while I'm recording. Usually it's the music. Today it's stories. Old time radio, I think, is what I was just watching. Listening to, not really watching. Obviously, because I was here chatting with you. Hello, pretty bird. Okay, now, can I remember what it was called? Hi, you're just gonna come right in? Hello? Would you like a peanut? Did you guys hear his wings? Do you want this? Yeah? Did the kale tickle your head? Which sounds weird, but it's in a hanging basket beside the door. And it's not really growing to be kale at the moment. I was trying to figure out how seeds were made for kale. Since the kale lasted all the way through winter, I thought it would be a good idea to, if it was going to make seeds, and it definitely was trying, that I should collect those, right? You know, winter kale, like actually something that will live through winter. Not that we have winter here, but it's cold. We did get snow. There you go. You don't, what? You want a whole peanut? Some of them are spoiled and they want them opened. Some of them want the whole thing, like that. Generational trauma testing mice. Let's see what that brings up. Fearful memories passed down to mouse descendants. This was in 2013, and I just heard about it 2 days ago. Some things should be put out there. Seriously, if there's a correlation, it should be put out there. People need to know these things. People need to know these things. It would change so much. Not to be harsh, but I'm going to be harsh. I am pro-choice. And if I had known this information 30 years ago, which of course it wasn't out 30 years ago, but from a personal perspective, if this had been out 30 some years ago and I'd known about it, I never would have put one of my children through what they're going through. Ever. Nobody deserves that. Facial leakage. Because I'm mad. And because I'm hurting. This time not for me. But I thought love could change everything. It wasn't the baby's fault. What happened to me? It's not the baby's fault, right? But I didn't know things could be passed down like that. And from both sides. Oh. Things would have been different. Choices would have been different. People need to know these things. There needs to be more done on it. Probably should have looked that up while I was off camera. But I got a little distracted. You know, radio station going and birds are going and bouncing into the porch, and I can smell my fresh coffee, which just smells great. I didn't get to drink the first one while it was hot. Easily distracted. Yeah. So December 1st, 2013. From Scientific America, genetic imprint from traumatic experiences carries through to at least 2 generations. The grandchildren also inherited the fear. science is real. That was a segue in my brain. Maybe I should have only put in 3 scoops. It being my second cup. Probably should have. So, sorry, not sorry for the facial leakage. Not that I want it to hurt other people. And the person this morning, it's okay. I understand. If I could get away from my own head without being fully emerged, wow, in my addiction again, I would. But I can't, because that's not healthy. There's lots of things that aren't healthy. I get that. Please don't fight me on it, okay? Yes, I smoke. Yes, I drink coffee. Do I eat 3 squares a day? No. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway. I hope you find the joy that you need. That my page couldn't give you. There's lots of them out there. I don't know why I shook my head, because there really are lots of them out there. So many. Most of them I'm not fond of. But that, I hear, is kind of normal with somebody with my brain. Our sense of humor is a little different. I've been saying that forever. I don't have the average sense of humor. I don't find what you find funny. But I was always told, just stop being so sensitive. Really should roll a doobie instead of having a smoke. But honestly, don't know what the kid did with the last of the green. And I don't feel like picking through and making a recycled. Yeah, maybe I'll smoke a recycled. There we go. Just grab a roach. Doobie roach. But thing. Just in case you don't know, I'm not going to go look for bugs and smoking them. That would be weird. I don't know why my brain went there. I can't imagine anybody watching my page that doesn't know what a doobie or a roach is. I don't know why I did that. So yeah. Puzzle pieces. And my brain has been wanting to put puzzle pieces together forever. But a lot of them I don't even go looking up like that. Why would I go looking that up? I have a grade 7 education. Right? Grade 7. That was my last completed school year. Do I have my GED? Yes. Should I have not gotten it? Also, yes. Because now I don't get free schooling because I have a GED. So I'm fine. Not fine. Anybody that has tried to get schooling knows that that's just not it. Anyway. Not smart enough. And it's not even that I'm not smart enough. I'm not educated enough to know where to look for information, to figure out what the puzzle piece is even shaped like, let alone finding one that goes beside it. And I'm sorry that if anybody gets pissy about using that as an example, a puzzle piece, because other people use it for another genetic issue, which they shouldn't. But anyway, that's a whole other thing. Excuse me. For mine, literally, it's about putting things together and figuring out how they fit. Not about... Anyway, nope, don't go there. You don't have enough info on that. Don't do it. Okay, I won't. So, yeah. I'm so tired. Always tired. Go to sleep tired. I wake up tired. Tired throughout the day, and I can have a nap. Doesn't matter. Wake up tired. Sometimes I have to nap, whether I know I'm going to wake up tired or not. Just have to. No more freaking spoons. Literally just trying to get day to day. Live through the days. We can do this. Right? Yeah. Try to learn something new. So it's not a wasted day. Anyway. Have I vented enough? Do I feel calmer? I don't know. That bug is having one hell of a go around on my phone. Like something with wings. And it has gone all over. Oh, I kind of hoped it was going to just walk over the camera. But it walked right beside it instead. And now it's up on the safety pin. Okay. Anyway. I don't cry all the time. I'm not sad all the time. I'm sad a lot of the time. Angry, frustrated, tired of life. There doesn't seem to be any out. And there doesn't seem to be any reason to because nobody really cares. I don't mean you, lady friend. I know you care. I don't mean you as an individual. Please don't take it that way. Please. It is not a personal attack at individual people. It's not an attack at all. It's an observation. Humanity as a whole. There is no whole. That's just it. There is no inclusive thing. Wouldn't that be great? But that's not the way it appears we're built. It doesn't matter that, the government's gonna talk about aliens in, 22 days or whatever the freak it is. I honestly don't know. I stopped listening because I don't care anymore whether they believe me or not. I don't care if you believe me that I've seen things that Nope. This is not the episode to talk about that. I don't think I'll ever talk about that. I don't know. I reached out, actually. That doesn't matter. This is not the one. Whatever information that they're going to give us next month is just a distraction for something bigger. And this is something I've been saying for a very long time. Every time something big happens and it's newsworthy, there's something bigger happening behind the scenes. And every time it's turned out to be true. So just sitting back and waiting. No idea what to do about anything. Get a bigger bottle. Except for that's not drinkable. Just so you know, that I've tried it. Does the trick, but really it's for making extracts, and even with that, the flavor comes through. It's gross. Anyway, wow, that was my brain wants to segue because there's a lot. There's a lot of stuff, and I wish that I could just turn it off for a little while. Well, hello, right inside. How you doing? Would you like a peanut? Hello there, pretty bird. Hello, are you hiding inside my porch? What are you doing? Hi. Hello. Okay, goodbye. Is that good stuff? Stellar's days. I just buried one the other day, one of the babies. Out by the tree. Blueberry munched him. What are you doing? I hope I caught that. So yeah, baby Stellar's Jay is planted beside the tree, which is planted beside baby bird, which was a crow from like 6 years ago, who probably, anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't, people. Anyway, sorry, not sorry, overwhelmed, tired, really tired. So, my neighbor just rode up, and I'm going to say goodbye because as clearly as I can hear him, he can hear me. My wall being plastic and all. So, I'm gonna just end this now because I need to distract my brain with kittens and stuff. Because I just want to go back to sleep. Oh, more than one neighbor is up now. Awesome. Hugs, harmony, happiness, and health. From my home to yours. I'll try to keep this off camera. I'll try, but I make no guarantees because without self-medicating, I don't know how to make it stop because we are sad. I don't mean we as in DID, we. There is no DID. I mean we as a human race as a whole. Anyway, sorry. I just said I wasn't going to do this. I'm really sad for all of us.